This morning, my wife and I were preparing to go into a therapy session, and then we get a call from our nanny. Now, our nanny is out with both of our children, well, all four of our children, and she's like crying. And so my wife and I are like panicking, like, what the heck is going on? Never heard this woman cry before, never been alarmed like this or whatever, but we're like, Lexi, what is happening? You know what I'm saying? And so one thing we should mention is that, our nanny's been with us for, I think, around 7, 8 months. She is white, and she's, very, very good at her job. She loves on the kids like crazy. And we found her through our church. Amazing, amazing person, and we're pretty blessed to have her. But I bring that up because, she was crying and she was like, I'm on my way home, but some kids at the park were really mean to the kids, to our kids. And so I'm like putting on my shoes, ready to head out to the park, you know what I'm saying, and handle business because I don't really take anything, you know what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, if she's at the park, I got to get to the park so I can see what's happening. And Yvette was like, chill, she's on her way home. And basically, she was very distraught, explaining, that some kids at the park are really mean. And that's normal for us. Like, we know mean kids all the time. I don't know what would be happening with these kids. But when she got home, we had to kind of debrief with the children. But before we did that, we wanted to get the full story from Lexi. So Lexi told us, she said, we were at the park, we're hanging out, and these kids are there. And when we show up, these kids said, bad guys, bad guys. And Lexi's kind of like, she didn't like, take offense, but she was just kind of like, that's weird, you know what I mean? And then she heard like one of the taller kids say, who had to be around, I guess she said he was like 6, closer to Uriah's age, so like 6 or 7. And she heard him go, black people are bad. We got to stay away from the black people, to these other group of children, And so Lexi walked over and said, what did you say? Like that. And then the kid goes, black people, my mom said black people are bad. Like that. And then Lexi goes, well, your mom's a liar. Shout out to Lexi, man, because she's a real one. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, Lexi is an adult, you know what I'm saying? And, she's white, you know what I mean? So she kind of spoke up for our kids, you know what I mean, who she knows and loves and is always around. And, she was just kind of like saying, like, your mom's wrong, your mom's a liar, your mom's lied to you. And, that's not nice, you know what I mean? So she's kind of like trying to make sure the kids are just playing nice. And she doesn't know if our kids heard anything. So Lexi's getting super emotional, and that's when she gave us a call. I wanted to share with you not only Lexi's perspective, but we had to kind of debrief with the kids. So we we had a conversation with the children, and we wanted to ask them some questions about their experience today. And I was hoping that the conversation would be very informative, you know what I mean? And that they would have a lot to say. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to film it because I felt like the camera would be distracting to the conversation, but I did catch the audio. So I'm going to let you listen to this, and you'll see the kids' faces over like who's talking at the time. But I just want you to listen to this conversation because you get to hear like my children's first racial experience, Yeah.
And they said white people and black people are enemies.
You heard them say that?
Yes. They still like.
What else did they say? So how did that make you guys feel?
Well, first of all, he wasn't talking to us when he said that. When he just said that, I was gonna be annoyed.
Dad?
So he was like, I
don't think we should trust those black people because remember what my mom said? So you know how we've been wrong about that time when white people and black people don't get along, and white people get to go on the front of the bus, and black people get to go on the back. Mm-hmm. So the big kid thinks it's still like that. He thinks like black people and white people are enemies. So that's what he said.
So how did it make you guys feel?
We didn't care. I didn't care.
Well, are you saying you didn't care because you don't want to feel like your feelings were hurt, or did you really want to be friends with them, and then you were upset because, why are you kicking me? Get up. It's okay. It's okay if it hurts your feelings. It's okay to be sad. We just want to know how it makes you feel. You don't have to hide if it made you feel bad.
Okay, it does make me feel bad.
It does make you feel
I
bad.
just said. No, I did not say that. But
You don't have to pretend to be strong if you're not strong right now.
How did it make you feel, Raibo?
So that's why when I grow up, I want to leave.
You want to leave where?
Like somewhere where those kids are not going to go. Like New York. Me too.
I'm leaving at New York too.
New York? New York?
What do you guys...
Well, people are like that in New York too, buddy.
I just never want to. Every time when I see them, I'm going to leave to somewhere else.
You don't have to leave because they should leave, buddy. They have something wrong with them in their heart. But you know what's crazy?
What?
Is that their parents told them that. So the parents are the ones that told them that.
I know.
Well, all the kids were never thinking about that. Only one of the kids told them. One of the kids told the other kids, so he believed in them.
So the other kids were listening to that one kid?
Yeah.
So do you see how important leadership is in a person? And what do you think the right thing to do as a leader would have been?
I do not know. That's why I never.
I think the right thing to be a leader is to be nice. And that kid was not nice.
Yeah. It's okay to correct people too and tell them that they're wrong about you.
Yeah, but I was trying to, but I just was too angry.
Yeah. That's good, Naya.
Me too. I'm too angry. So like when that kid said that, I was trying to say that like, hey, we have white friends, you know.
Yeah.
Tell them that.
You
Yeah.
even have a white nanny who loves you so much. And you guys love her.
It's okay to feel like you guys feel. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to feel that way. That's really sad. I'm sorry that happened to you today. But some people are just like that. But it's good. Remember we told you guys a long time ago, like some people look at the skin that you have and they see they don't treat you like everyone else. Remember when we told you that a long time ago?
Yeah.
In the
We were
garage?
talking in the garage.
Oh, yeah.
And we told you guys that was going to happen sometimes?
Yeah, but I don't like it.
I don't like it happening either. It's happened to me. It happened to Mommy. Our whole lives it's happened.
What? Is that true? Who did that to you guys?
We don't know their names because we don't care to know them. If they don't like us, then it really doesn't.
They're the ones that are missing out.
Yeah.
Isn't there the book with that girl?
Sulway?
Yeah.
Sue. Let's read that book because
Can I have
you know, like right now. Can we
You want me
read
to read
it?
it? Okay, I'll read it.
Sometimes it just happens that way. We don't really know, like, there are different genes that we all carry, and they look different on each of us. So sometimes we come out looking different. Like, I feel like my older brother, Anthony, is darker than me. To see for herself. Sulway felt beautiful inside and outside. You pooped. The end.
You said you pooped on the lab.
You guys like that book?
Dad, can I? Yes. Dad, can I
I don't want to hear ever, about how you shouldn't talk to your kids about race and black people shouldn't tell their children about what happened in the past or whatever. I feel way more affirmed that we had the conversation with Theo and Uriah last year about their black skin. I feel better that we talked to them about that because we were able to call it to their recollection when we were having this discussion today. And even the first discussion we had about race, when they were sitting in our bed asking, why am I black? Anaya is still brown.
Okay, so you are brown.
Mm-hmm.
You are brown.
Yes.
And you are brown. I'm brown.
Now listen.
No, I'm black.
Okay, listen. This stuff is never going anywhere. I'm hopeful that it will, but I can't bank on it. For me, it's kind of sad that people always have their own thoughts. Like, it's Black History Month, and somehow this little boy got the understanding that black people were the problem. You know what I'm saying? And that is crazy to me. Yeah, it hurts my heart, man. It makes me sad and tired, but also very affirmed about the work we need to be doing. I'm glad that my children could have a safe space to express themselves and talk about how sad they were and how they wanted to be the kids' friends, but there was just this thing, in the way. And we tried to encourage them and tell them not to fight fire with fire. Don't let yourself get picked on, but at the same time, don't understand that people are some people are just not smart. Like, they don't have the intellect to deal with other people like that. And it's just kind of sad and unfortunate. So yeah, if you are a black parent, please have the conversation about race with your children. It is super important. We don't want our children to be blindsided when they step outside. I'm very thankful and grateful for my wife for even being a part of these conversations and being able to kind of lead some of them. And if you are a white parent and you're kind of don't know what to do and you're trying to find a way to be offended, you know what I'm saying? Check yourself. Straight up. Check yourself. Because we got to do this either way. You ain't got to do it. You know what I'm saying? We got to do this either way. But if you're called to and you want to make a difference and a change, have the conversation about race with your children. Mind you, when this kid said black people are bad, he was talking to a group of other children. So he was teaching them. That is the cycle that we're dealing with. We're dealing with generational crap. And so if you refuse to have the conversation and think, my kid doesn't have a racist bone in his body and I don't have a racist bone in my body, you are part of the problem. You're not anti. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna continue, you know what I'm saying? Black History Month or not, I'm gonna continue to stay black and keep doing exactly what we're doing right now. Being always black, telling people black is beautiful, telling our children this, making sure they understand it, making sure that their children don't deal with it. It's a long road. I'd appreciate not doing it alone, but whether you're gonna help or not, this is what we on. So, take it how you want. So this was my initial reaction, and there's a couple things I want to say. I'm just really proud of my children for even having a desire to recall something that made them feel good about their skin. So Theo just saying oh, remember that book? And then Uriah's yeah, Sulwe, let's read that book, because it made them feel good. And so if you're an artist, author, or anything, a photographer, videographer, MC, whatever you are, keep doing what you're doing because it's so valuable for our children to be able to have that in their recollection, and build upon that and know that they can have, even when they feel low, there's substance somewhere that can make them feel better. So I'm just encouraged by that. Thank you guys so much for watching Protect Your Life, Keep Your Network Popping. If you're fortunate enough to be doing life with someone else, make sure you watch this video with them, and if they're not around, share it with them. See y'all next time. Peace.